Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV with the Rude Man, and we're continuing on with our Hildibrand case. I just followed the Lady Gladiator to who had a meeting with her sister. We're trying to get back to the tournament, so let's see what Hildibrand has to say. Yes? Is something the matter? We're on something of a tight schedule here, Inspector. Stand back, Miss Ellie. My well-honed inspector senses are tingling. I feel a most fearsome adversary lurking about. This time you're really up the creek without a paddle, kids. Mwahaha. Say hello to a not-so-little friend of mine from the Colosseum. He's large, he's in charge, and most of all, he's hungry. Gwee-hee-hee. Where in the world is he? I haven't got all day. It's Hildy's dad. My chimera. Who is that half-naked fool? Father, could it be that aura of unmitigated murderous rage that I felt was not our quarry but you? Hildy, I was merely taking a stroll in search of an inspiration and materials for my newest masterpiece in the making. And what brings you and your friends to these parts today? Just a bit of sleuth work, Father dear. And with that, we must return to Ul'dah. If you've not heard, your son is set to compete for the Mithril Cup. Oh-ho, moonlighting as a gladiator, are we? A fitting second career for a Manderville man, if I do say so myself. That muscle-bound old man is the inspector's father? Remind me never to get one of their family reunions. Gah, just who is this inspector anyway? Hildy is a worthy rival if ever there were one. Who goes there? Hildy, Roland, I've been waiting for this day. Well, looky who we have here. You're quite the intimidating gent yourself. A friend of the inspector, mayhap? I am Gilgamesh, wandering duelist, and I'm not so much the inspector's friend as his enemy. Well, that makes two of us. Perk up, Gulliver, 'cause this just might be our lucky day. Is there no one in this accursed realm who can remember my, well, call me what you will, but heed my words, Roland is a formidable foe. That's sounding like high praise coming from a big fella like you. To have such a powerhouse as his sidekick, that inspector must be something else indeed. I know not what brings you to do battle with these two, but I warn you, You will end up as seafood soup if you face them alone. And with that, I must be off. For reasons that I am not entirely understand, I am considered something of a fugitive in these parts. We should dress more appropriate to be. Roland, I will not fall so easily this time. Well, looks like I've got my legs full, all 8 of them. But if that adventure is too strong to take on alone, I'll just have to bring along a friend. Mwahaha. Suchi. A supplely twisting ring calling to mind that undulations of a creature of the sea. Yes, inspiration has struck. Nobody here but us octopodes. Look forward to your next life as a masterpiece, friend. Oh, he called him fiend. I said friend. Muscleheads, I hate them. Muscleheads. Like father, like son, I guess. Good heavens. Chancing upon father like that, I dare say it's taken a year off my life. Quite a crowd has assembled. It would seem the festivities are nigh about to commence. I had hoped to uncover more of Miss Avia's secrets, but no matter. What better place to continue my investigation than on the field of battle? Good heavens. We haven't much time before the tourney begins. We must hasten back to the Colosseum and apprise ourselves of the rules of engagement. To a true gentleman, the battle is not about victory or defeat, but fighting with honor. Whatever treachery or guile my opponent may employ, I must not, I will not lower myself to their level. Bumps on the head, chipped teeth. I am one shabby-looking octopus. I tell you, they don't pay me enough for this. But that's all going to change soon, isn't it, buddy? Funga. Mr. Ultros, just the octopus we were looking for. I was hoping that you might enlighten us as to, ye gads, who gave you those ghastly bruises? Bruises? I fell down the stairs, that's all. Now, get lost. I'm busy. Funga. Ouch. You have my sympathies, good sir. It is a challenge enough to coordinate four limbs, let alone 8. Is there someone inside your office? No. Whatever gave you that idea? I am simply fumigating the place for pests. Pests like yourself. Now, don't you have a battle to go fight? Funga. Inspector, I think something's alive in there. That's just me. Talking to myself. Yes, funga. Gods. Yes, gods. Working as a receptionist is fun. Battered, bruised, beset by vermin, and still able to find joy and fulfillment in your work? I say, Mr. Ultros, your passion for your chosen profession is truly an inspiration to us all. It's a real, Inspector. Roland, if you would come with me for a moment, I fear the stupidity in the air may be contagious. How do we get over there? There we go. Well, has your investigation borne any fruit? I see. Avia seeks to win the tourney to claim a fortune and raise her and her sister out of poverty. Furthermore, she has implied that she has taken the necessary precautions to ensure that her victory is all but certain. While trailing her, you narrowly evaded a series of dastardly obstacles, and upon your return, that strange octopus appeared considerably worse for the wear. The evidence points in one direction. The Alamegan girl and Ultros are plotting together to claim the Mithril Cup and its lucrative prize. It is not as preposterous as it sounds. I have done some research on our eight-legged friend. It would appear that Ultros has become something of a regular at Ulda's taverns and, houses of pleasure. I suspect that he's using his inside knowledge of the working of the Colosseum to identify and eliminate potential threats, thereby ensuring victory for Avia and earning himself a healthy commission. There is also the matter of the Tempest Blade that is rumored to be the source of the Alamegan's girl's strength. This remains a mystery, which means that I fear your life is still in danger, Roland. One of the guards informed me that the several crates of refuse from the Colosseum reception room were hastily discarded in Pearl Lane not bells ago. It is a stab in the dark, but the contents may yet prove some answers. I would ask you to bring them to me. Okay. Let's see if we can find them. Crates, he says. Right behind us, it looks like. All right. Oh, there's one. It's got a note on it. All right, there's one. There's another. When he said crates, I thought he was talking about a big old box. These are just little chests. Like, that would be a crate. Well, kind of, maybe. That looks like a crate. Deliver the Colosseum refuse to Braden. Well, is he back where we talked to him? They don't really tell you. I'm assuming that he didn't move. Nope, he's still there. Here's the crates you wanted. Well, let me see what you have found. Sure, there you go. Not what I've here. Now, what we have here. Ah, yes. A spectacular assortment of innards and entrails. And what's this? A sack even more foul-smelling than the gore it was lying in, if that can be believed. And look here. Something appears to be written on the side. Singoth's Sundries. It would seem this merchant has had dealings with that squishy mass of tentacles. Let us pay a visit to the man and have him enlighten us as to the exact nature of their partnership. All right, well, we're going right back where we just came from. Isn't that a coincidence? Look, a synth got. Welcome, welcome. What might a discerning gentleman like yourself be looking for today? Oh, stop with the sales pitch, buddy. We got our eyes on you. Here, can you tell me what this stinking bag is? I'm sorry, sir, but if I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. No exchanges, replacements, or refunds. I stand by the quality of my wares, and I expect my customers to do the same. Wait now, did Ultros send you? I'll be asking the questions here. What exactly did you sell that ungodly creature? Why, an entire sack full of gold truffles. Can you believe it? What with the impressive price and that distinctive aroma, they're only the most discerning of customers, which Mr. Ultros clearly is, as he just placed another order today. Could these truffles somehow be connected to... No, I shall stop myself before I start sounding like... Inspector Braden, it wounds me that you would sneak off to conduct your investigation without me and to steal away Roland here. This gentleman is not impressed. Did you find anything, Inspector? Good gods, what is that dreadful smell? Miss Ellie, I would have expected a cultured young woman like yourself to be more educated in the Epicurean arts. That is the most distinct and delightful aroma of the gold truffle. An acquired taste, to be sure, but one that has won the heart of many an olden gourmet. I particularly enjoy them slow roasted, as my dear mother makes them. Roasted, you say? Why, my mouth's watering just thinking about it. Might I be so bold as to ask the recipe? It appears the productive portion of this conversation has come to an end. Besides, the tourney is about to begin. Let us make haste back to the Colosseum. Well, that merchant proved to be a spectacular waste of time. Time which is in short supply. We must return to the Colosseum before the battles begin. Here is the plan, Roland. I shall find a suitable vantage point to observe Miss Avia in combat. Until I have ascertained the trickery behind her abilities, you are to keep wide berth of her blade. Understood? Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. Whoops. This guy. There you are. I was this close to starting the melee without you. Gar har har. Ah, I'd be remiss not to tell you that there's been a slight change of plans. Another contestant suffered a last-minute injury, and none other than our very own Ultros has stepped in to take his place. What, everyone's favorite octopus joining you two in the fray, spectators are just pouring in, and the bookmakers across town are raking in the gill, which ain't a bad thing for us. Word has it that Master Frygrass himself is quite taken with my promotional skills. Ah, the future's looking bright for old Dower Meadow. It is. So, what say ye? Are you ready to get your asses kicked? Gar har har. Ah, that's what I like to hear. Ladies and gents, it's time for blades to whirl and limbs to fly. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, plutocrats and paupers, open your eyes and steel your stomachs. The Mithril Cup, brought to you by our ever charitable friends at Amelja and Sons Mineral Concern. Your concern is our concern. Is about to begin. Who will stand atop the heap of maimed bodies and twisted limbs to claim victory? Will it be the tempestuous Avia of Alamigo, Roland, the famed warrior of light, or who was that grinning fool again? That's right, Humberbatch, agent of infamy and imbecile extraordinaire. Or will it be our 11th hour entry, Ultros, the eight-legged purple purveyor of pain? Mwah! Here I am. Did you miss me? I'd say we have a battle for the ages here. Combatants, take your positions to let the battles begin. All right, you know the deal. We team up and wipe out the others. Then, when it's just the two of us, I'll take a dive. And you receive your share of the winnings. I've not forgotten our promise. Look at Avia's blades spin. Why, she's a veritable whirlwind of death and destruction out there. They breed 'em tough in Alamigo, that's for certain. You are next. Where's he going? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Once my buddy gets a whiff of these raw truffles, he'll be sneezing up a storm. Literally. Nothing like the rich aroma of roasted truffles. All this fighting is giving Uncle Ulti an appetite. Is it time for dinner yet? Wait a minute. Roasted truffles? Braised in a savory sauce just like Mother used to make. Feel free to have seconds. There's a whole sackful where that came from. That meddling musclehead. What is taking so damn long? That girl's gaze gave it away. Open that gate at once. Funga. Well, what is that monstrosity? Mr. Typhoon, is that your stomach I hear rumbling? Could I interest you in some roasted truffles, perhaps? What fascinating friends you have, Ulti. Why, just look at this charming little nose. Is he perhaps suffering from a case of the sniffles? Onga! Could it be Avia's vaunted Tempest blade? It was that monster all along? The girl played us all for fools. Don't look at me. It was all her idea. I'm just a stupid octopus. You were the one who approached me, you double-dealing fiend. I just wanted to experience the thrill of battle, for my work and all. Come on, Dower. Has Uncle Ultry ever lied to you? What did I tell ye? I knew there was something fishy about that Alamegan whore. Alamegans. Beggars and brutes, a lot of them. We give them a home in our lands, and this is the thanks we get. Send her Galtramald for all I care. Just get her out of my sight before I get sick. But I just wanted my sister. I feel for the girl. Really, my little octopus heart goes out to her. But the rules are the rules, right? Now, if Uncle Ulti may be so bold, I say we call off the melee and have a final showdown between the three remaining competitors. That would be me, my buddy Typhoon, and Roland. What do you say, Mr. Warrior of Light? Aye, that's what we want to see. Ultros, Ultros, Ultros. That Coliseum is only 3 people watching? Well, this is a most unprecedented turn of events. But who am I to deny the wishes of such a passionate crowd of martial art aficionados? The venue, Halatali. The fighters, the tag team of Ultros and Typhoon versus the Warrior of Light. Who will be left standing when the storm is settled? But be there or miss a battle for the ages. Hildy's still stuck up in the ceiling. All right. Let's see what Braden's got to say about it. So, to review, the truffles were to elicit a sneeze from the octopus's oversized crony, which would be positioned so as to appear it was coming from the Alamegan's girl's blade, allowing the two to sweep away their opponents with ease. No wonder I wasn't able to see it sooner. It's quite possibly the most imbecilic scheme I've ever encountered in my years as a consulting inspector. At any rate, we have no choice but to trust in your abilities now, Roland. Let us make for Halatali. All right, so we're heading for Halatali, I guess. And it looks like we got a little wet weather here. Let's see what kind of battle we got here. Well, this tourney's turned out into a right mess. With all the trouble I took preparing consolation prizes for the melee, it looks like we won't be needing them after all. Of course, as long as you're bringing in the spectators and the profits, I could give a gnat's ass. Gar har har. Now, I know what you're thinking. 2 against 1 ain't fair, especially when one of the two is the size of a small house. So here's the deal. Why don't you bring along some of your friends for the battle? Let's say 7 of them. That would even the odds, aye? Okay, so this is a regular duty, which means I've got to go in with 8 people, 1 being me. So I'm going to bring in one of my other people from my other account and help me out on this, just to get through it, because I don't want to go through with people, and they don't want to be seen in the battle. So I'll be right back. Okay, so we're ready to go in. Where's she at? Hang on a sec. I gotta find her. There she is. We're going in with Laura Croft. I brought her over from a different realm. And she's going to do the fighting for us. And she's all ready to go, so let's go. The Dragon's Neck, Thanlan. Combatants, the final confrontation will be held here atop the Dragon's Neck. If all members of the team fall from the platform, blah, 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 blah. Okay, that went way too fast. All right, so let's set the camera here so we can see what Laura's going to do. And Laura, it's all up to you. Thwarted again. I feel like such a sucker. And Roland claims the Mithril Cup. Bye. All right, let's go get our treasure. I'll wind up Ultros. Oh, we get a minion. Thanks, Laura. Where's Braden? There he is. All right, Inspector. How'd we do? Good show, Roland. Your performance has earned us front row seats at the award ceremony. This should afford us the perfect vantage point to thwart the thief. Come, let us return to the Colosseum. Bye, Ellie. All right, so we got a minion right there, the wind-up Ultros. Sweet. There he is. All right, let's head back to Coliseum. Oh, he makes squishy noises. Yuck. It was a battle for the ages, but a worthy victor has risen to claim the spoils. And now, let's take a look at the relic that our champion has won. Behold, from the personal vaults of the Master Fargus himself, the Warden's Grace, a timeless treasure, the likes of which our realm has never seen. One that's earned the attention of Erosia's most prominent pilferer, Garharhar. Above you? Ladies and gentlemen, inspectors and invertebrates, the opening act dragged on over long, but worry not, the main event is about to begin. And this is from the thief. Mr. Fancy Pants, I know that you paid well for your seats here today, but I can assure you that my performance will not leave you disappointed. Now, I invite one and all to sit back and enjoy the show. Mr. Snappy Fingers. Now, he has to have help with that kind of stuff, I would think. Vile fiend, mark my words, you have stolen your last treasure. I swear it on the Manderville name. Oh, what's he doing? I think not, Hildegard. Greg, 'tis always a pleasure to reunite with old friends, but your timing truly leaves something to be desired. Roland, you bested me once, but not today. I shall have my revenge when I pierce your chest with my spear. What spear? Do you not mean your skewer? My spear! Muck, 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 muck. Vile thief, is there not a shred of honor in you? Return my weapon at once. Oh ho, it seems we have an unexpected guest. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I fear attendance at today's performance is by invitation only. Now it's raining truffles, but the battle's already... But Mr. Typhoon, just a moment. I'm sure I had a tissue here somewhere. Funga! Oh, there goes the ring. Alas and alack, the ring sails straight into the hands of the fiend. Giving up so soon, are we? Those don't sound like the words of a Manderville man. Why is he always naked? Oh, here we go again. But of course, brilliant father, If the ring won't come to me, I shall go to the ring. Why, it'll be just like Dalamud. Hildibrand, Helidor, Maximilian, Manderville. Skyward, as only a Manderville can. He missed the ring. Father, you know not your own strength. Jeez. Missed the ring. $997, $998, $990. Ah! Aye. And then there's the chicken. What's it surfing on? The truffles? Ow. What was that all about? Mantras again. Those legs, they look strangely familiar. Yeah, now what? Huh. Put a little too much spin on it then. Not exactly planned, but we can argue with the result. Who can argue with the results? Save for one thing. This ring is a fake. But no matter. I have a feeling that this will lead me to the true treasure. Until next time, friends, you have been the most attentive audience. That key. Bloody hells. Guards, seize the fiend at once. How are they supposed to get up to him? Oh, he came down. It's a bomb. It's a bomba. Oh. That wasn't much of an explosion. Nashu. It's all fine and well till somebody gets hurt. It's too late, sir. The second prize, the Ring of Inquiry, it's gone. Second prize? What's the meaning of this? Many-faced fiend or no, the man spoke true. Master Goldsmith's eyes cannot be deceived. This sun sphere is clearly a second-rate replica. Preposterous. It's just the dim lighting. Yes, if you'll just step over here. Have you taken ill, friend? You seem to be perspiring most heavily. Let's not be so hasty, friends. I can explain. Oh, they dug him out of the ground. I sold out my honor, joined forces with that odious octopus, all for a false treasure. What a fool. Whatever was I thinking? Do not berate yourself, Miss Avia. Why, it was exactly as you said, was it not? You were thinking of dear Helgelina and nothing more. I suppose I was at that. How do you know my sister's name? I assure you, young miss, under no circumstances did I tail you to the Nanawa mines to eavesdrop on your intimately personal dialogue with your beloved sister. Really? You have the right of it. Blinded by the prospect of fortune and fame, I lost sight of myself and what I truly was fighting for. My honor and my sister's trust will not easily be regained, but I will not shirk from the challenge. One mystery still remains. Before the thief had identified the ring as fake, he had already acquired the key to the storeroom. Clearly, the second prize, this ring of inquiry, was his target from the start. But why? There must be some pattern to the items the fiend has stolen, a pattern that betrays his true intentions. The treaty blade, Asma's virtue, the ring of inquiry, all relics with quite a history, or to be more precise, relics from the era of the Bahalidians. Baladians? Does that work? Ever? Oh, if that's so, the answer is clear as day. The fiend means to found Erosia's greatest museum of Baladian history, pushing up the prices and gouging honest men out of their hard-earned coin. Doubtless another one of his cards will appear on the scene just to tell us as much. Idiot. Is it getting bigger? Holy smolies! A truffle, somebody's gonna sneeze. The truffles. You didn't jump hard enough, and you shouldn't have jumped that way. You should jump to the right or the left. Ow. Ow. Bless you. I have enjoyed our little game, but all good things must come to an end. I shall claim the 4 sacred treasures, and justice shall be served. Huh? So this is the thief's final challenge to us. But what are these 4 treasures of which he speaks? Where the 4 treasures of Belladia become one, the wicked shall be judged in the blazing light of sun. Is that a poem? She's always taking cat naps. An old legend, little more than a fairy tale at that, and yet it seems the phantom believes there is some truth in these words. Four sacred relics, the warden's justice, lofty words coming from a glorified footpad, one who's winning over the common folk by the day, if rumors are to be believed. It would seem the tales of a master thief ruffling the feathers of the rich and famous have won the man more than a few admirers. Consider his targets thus far: an olden collector and his hired thugs, a trading mogul and the brass blades, and now a mining magnate and the stone torches. Is it any surprise that the sympathies of ordinary old doins would lie with the thief rather than its victims? Astutely observed, Miss Ellie. Our quarry clearly harbors no small degree of resentment for wealth and authority. Might his next target be a member of the syndicate? Perhaps the Sultana herself. Ha! Then it will be his downfall, for the greater the challenge, the higher I rise. Just one moment, if you would. Mark my words, ye of many faces, there is but one man who shall lay claim to the 4 lost relics of Belladia, and it shall be Hildibrand, agent of inquiry, inspector extraordinaire. Yes, I'm sure that inspires us all with great confidence. Was that? Nah, it couldn't be. Methinks Godbert may need a new pair of spectacles. It's a race to recover the 4 lost relics, as the fiend's true identity and aspirations are revealed. Will Erosia fall prey to the forces of evil? Or will our hero do only a Mandeville can? We'll do as a Mandeville. The key to the next case is the mask. Have you ever worn a mask for so long that you forgot what you actually look like? I have. And how did they freeze in midair like that? Talk about a mystery. Oh well, see you next time. Alrighty, well that's it for today's adventure. Next time we'll come back and start a new case, I guess. Hope you had fun. Hope to see you then. In the meantime, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and ta-ta for now.